Hello. I'm back with another video, another nail tutorial. Today we're going to be focusing on encapsulation. The way I do encapsulation, I'm always going to be topping it with clear acrylic. So I've already put my foundation down, which is going to be the Nailed by John in the number 3. Because I encapsulate with clear acrylic over top of what I'm trying to encapsulate, my foundation is going to look a lot thinner just for the sole fact that I know I'm going in with glitter, I know I'm going in with clear acrylic, and I know I still have the top coat. So my foundation of whatever pink you're going to be using for your acrylic, or even if you're using clear, is going to be thinner than normal, I should say, just for the sole fact that at the end you're going to be adding layers to this, so you want to minimize the way the nail looks bulky at the end and still give it that nice natural finish. For me, Nail by John products are normally not this chalky. Even when I was going in with my monomer and laying this acrylic, the consistency was just different. So I do start to notice on this finger that I have really harsh lines of demarcation from my file, but from their brand I normally don't have this problem. It could just be the pink powder that is used in this to make this color that is having that effect, but I am really having to work pretty hard to smoothen out this acrylic and get it nice and even so that it looks halfway decent. Once I'm finished filing, to kind of cover up all of my mistakes, I go in with the Holy Grail, which is a buffer and some cuticle oil. That really did save me with my filing application with using this colored acrylic, just for the sole fact that it was just really pretty lumpy and bumpy. So I'm really taking this buff and smoothing out that acrylic. I would normally not have been this abrasive with my buff, but that's why you see me doing it so much with this set. This is my final outlook after filing and doing the whole 9. Now I'm just going to be going with my top coat. I use top coat. If you want to use like rhinestone glue, if you want to use regular glue, however you want to apply this, you totally can. Top coat for me I like because I can move on to the next nail and it's going to stay in place, especially when you're trying to do like an ombre effect, and you don't have to worry about how fast you have to work if you were to use like glue or anything of that nature. So I'm just packing it on the tip, feathering it down until I like the way it looks and as the final outcome. I am applying my top coat. I'm not double dipping. When I say double dipping is I'm not applying the top coat, putting some glitter, and then seeing a spot I missed and want some more glitter and putting more top coat over top of the glitter. You're going to get transfer like back into your bottle and it's going to contaminate your bottle with glitter. So whatever I put with my top coat is just what it is, and it's just going to have to look decent. So make sure you're saturating all your sides, your top with your clear coat. I'm sorry, your top coat. That way you don't have to double dip. So now is the part where I try to perfect the ombre portion, and I do that by feathering the glitter that's at the bottom upward, back up into the majority of the glitter. And that has really helped me get like a nice gradient effect. So you can kind of see me here just pushing and moving little flecks of glitter as needed. And that's going to make it really nice and gradient as far as it like trickling down into your pink acrylic is just by brushing it upward. And again, I haven't cured any of these nails, so that clear coat is still giving me the ability to move the glitter around as need be. Once you cure though, you're not going to be able to do that, so just keep that in mind. This is the Mia Secret Clear. My clear coat is going to go at my apex, not at the cuticle, because I've already laid my foundation thin and built up my cuticle and sealed everything. My clear is really just to cap that glitter. Sometimes when you just use top coat to do over the glitter, it's lumpy, it's bumpy, it's really rough, and it's not a smooth surface. That's why I prefer to encapsulate with clear acrylic once I'm done. And this layer of acrylic is going to be super thin. It's not meant to build any structure to the nail. It's not meant to have me building up my tip. It's not me trying to build any shape. The sole purpose of it is just to cover all the glitter that I just laid. And you can see here, my thickness is like still really, really thin. So when I try to keep in mind when I do my clear is I want just enough clear that I could still file and shape a little bit of the nail as needed back into shape, because when you put that glitter you start to lose your shape and like that nice crisp line you have up top. So I like to put enough to know that okay, I'm gonna take my hand file, I'm gonna take my e-file to buff out at the end and clean up my line. So keep that in mind when you're applying that acrylic. I'm going in with my hand file underneath and just cleaning up any spillage that I have and making my lines nice and sharp. You can see here I haven't touched anything with the top because I understand that I don't have much room to work before I start touching that glitter again. And before you know it, you'll be taking that glitter away and have to kind of touch up in certain spots. So I'm going with my underneath. I'm doing the free edge just like so, making that sharp box shape that I like, and then smoothing out the top as needed. Taking the e-file on a very low speed, using a fine drill bit just to smooth out and debulk just a little bit of the unevenness I have from laying that clear acrylic. Again, I'm going pretty light, like I'm only using 5 RPM, nothing crazy at all for this. To go in with that same thing, that cuticle oil and the sanding band, that buff, and just buff out any scratches, any imperfections that my hand file or my e-file might have caused. Really trying to focus on the apex. Of course the glitter, but the shiny part isn't going to come from using the cuticle oil. It's going to come once I put my top coat. So now I'm just taking the opportunity to take my e-file on a pretty low speed and just going underneath. This creates that really nice moon shape and also debulks if you kind of like made it a little bit too bulky. It helps really give it that nice hump. And then I'm also going to be sealing a few of my cuticles just because I feel like they can be a little less bulky, I guess you could say. Taking that Poochie's Nails top coat, I'm going to be top coating all of my nails, and this top coat literally makes it look like glass. I kid you not. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting all of my angles, my side to side, and my free edge, and just cleaning it up with my finger at the end to clean up the sides. Sometimes when we feel like we lose our shape after we top coat, it's probably just simply because you're putting a little bit too much top coat and it's rounding out your sides. But if you just take your finger and swipe from the side wall, starting at the sidewall of the finger and just run it all the way down, you're going to take off that product and it's going to give you that really nice look that you're looking for. So just like that, wiping it and you get your crispness back. Taking that hand file and getting that nice box shape at the end after you apply top coat is always going to be top tier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any tips, tricks, or any suggestions you want me to do next. Bye.